Hey guys, welcome back to Sitka Stage and Screen News. I'm your host, Natalie Joy. Our year-end show is coming up fast, and we can't wait to see our Sitka students take the stage at the Sid Williams Theater on June 29th. Come and join us for tales of mystery and imagination. Speaking of Sitka students taking the stage, our Sitka Center Stage production of Willy Wonka is happening in July. Get your tickets in the description below. We had yet another successful movie club talking about Jurassic Park and eating movie theater popcorn. It was a blast. Stay tuned for details on the next one. We had a blast at the 40 Knots Winery watching our radio class perform Alfred Hitchcock pieces. It was so lovely to see Sitka students coming out to support other Sitka students. Wine and cheese and pretzels were had, and it was a lovely time. Sarah has started the year off with a bang, booking her second and third roles of the year on an indie horror flick and an indie feature. Allison shot her second booking of the year on a very exciting Vancouver show. Mary booked a national commercial, and Nova recently signed with a talent agency. We're so proud of our actors. Congratulations, everybody. Fall registration is now open. Head to sitkastageandscreen.com to find classes for you. Now over to Hussar with what's happening at the Sid.
Hey, it's Hussar back at you again for Sitka Stage and Screen News. New background. Sid Williams has got some variety as we get into the summer, and when I say variety, I really mean variety. First off, on June 29th, Sitka is presenting Tales of Mystery and Imagination, our year-end show where theater and film blend together like peanut butter and jelly. Scientists head into this mansion to see if it's haunted or not, but some kids decide to spend a whole weekend in this mansion. Tickets are going by very fast, so make sure to grab yours. June 29th, 7 p.m. is when the show is happening. Now, from mansions to the literal law, Legally Blonde, the musical, is coming over to the Sid Williams Theater. Based on the amazing film of the same name, Elle Woods tackles stereotypes by becoming a law student. It's got the songs, it's got the dances, so much more for a 5-day run. You can grab your tickets. It's going to be starting in July. And that's all for this month. I'm Hussar. Catch you on the flip side.
Thanks, Hussar. Now over to Colby with what's happening at the Rialto.
Hello Sitka friends and cinema goers, my name is Colby and I'm going to be your host for Rialto Rundown, a segment where we will be discussing movies now playing and coming soon. Now unfortunately it's been a pretty slow month for movies, so it's going to be a bit of a shorter segment, and I haven't been able to see any of them myself, so I will just be going over the synopsis. Starting off this month's now playing spot, we have Inside Out 2, the sequel to Disney Pixar's long-awaited sequel back from 2015. Inside Out 2 takes place a few years later from the original one, now following Riley in her teenage years, also introducing a new cast of emotions. Inside Out 2 stars Amy Poehler, Maya Hawke, Tony Hale, and Louis Black, and is directed by Kelsey Mann, who has done other animated films like The Good Dinosaur. Next up, we have Bad Boys: Ride or Die. Ride or Die is the fourth entry in the Bad Boys franchise, which started way back in 1995. It stars Will Smith and Martin Lawrence returning to their comedic duo roles. This entry is directed by Adil El-Arbi. Now on to our coming soon movie, we have A Quiet Place Day 1. A lot of sequels this month. A Quiet Place Day 1 is a spin-off prequel and also the third installment to the Quiet Place franchise. This entry follows Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn as they try and survive New York during an alien invasion that would set up the other movie entries. A Quiet Place Day 1 was directed by Michael Sarnowski, but was pitched by John Krasinski, who was a star in the other two films. A Quiet Place Day 1 will be coming to theaters June 27th. Thanks for watching the Rialto Rundown. My name is Colby. Sorry for it being a bit of a short episode this month, but you can look forward to July, which will have a lot to cover.
Thanks, Colby. I'll have to check those out. Now over to Mel for some advice.
Welcome to Life and Love, Advice for Actors with Aunty Mel. Our first question today comes from a serious actor distraught. How do you recover or regain confidence in yourself after not getting the part that you've always wanted? Oh, this is never an easy feeling, and even the most successful actors face rejection from time to time. Remember, SAD, that casting can be so subjective. You might have done great in the audition, but what you created was just not right for the director's vision of the role. It's also possible that you weren't the right fit based on other actors that had already been cast in the production. I'm a big fan of the saying, I wouldn't want to be part of a club that wouldn't have me as a member. That is to say, sometimes not getting a part might actually be a blessing in disguise. Take this time to focus on things that bring you joy. Celebrate your wins and all your other successes, and keep moving forward. Our next question today comes from someone experiencing some grief. I've been having trouble focusing on lines and staying in character since my beloved cat passed away last month. I don't know what to do. I feel like I can't act anymore. From struggling thespian asking for reassurance. Oh, Star, I am so sorry for your loss. What you are experiencing is grief, and grief is such a strong and powerful feeling. We feel grief with any loss, whether it's a pet or human, and grief isn't a linear experience. When we're grieving, we can feel fine one day and then really angry the next. We might feel mentally, emotionally shut down in one moment and then feel very animated and inspired in another. While sometimes it can feel good to stay focused on work and being busy and being around others, I want you to know that it is totally okay to take a break. Shake things up in your routine. Some people find it's actually helpful to physically move things around in their space or try working in a different setting. It can help you in your grief process. You might also want to consider seeing a therapist or someone who specializes in grief bereavement around pet loss to support you in your journey. It will take time, but you will find your focus again, I guarantee. Our last question today comes from someone with a wonderful dilemma. My friend and I are both up for the same role. I'm not sure what to do. We normally help each other prepare for auditions, but it feels like if we're going for the same role that we're competing against each other. How do we handle this? From dedicated rival and mutual actor. Well, this is an exciting time for both you and your friend drama. It's natural to feel some tension because obviously only one of you can get this role. However, as actors, we are stronger together. Competition can sometimes bring out the worst in us as performers. It can bring out our ego. And casting directors tend to not be fans of big egos. You and your friend, you're on the same team here. You each get to have your own unique take on this same character, and you can work together to develop your characters so that they stand out to casting. Remember, there are many instances of actors being cast for a role that they did not audition for based on a great audition that they gave. I think there is every possibility that both you and your friend will get roles in the same production. That's all from Aunty Mel for this month. Remember to send in your questions. I'm looking forward to hearing them.
Thanks, Mel. That's all we have for you this month. Catch you next time.